For 4 hours, in a farmhouse in Kentucky, 11 people emptied their guns into the dark. The bullets hit. You could hear them hit. The things on the porch just smiled. 50 shell casings, no bodies, no blood. The Air Force called it a hoax. The neighbors swore it was real, and one of the children, who grew up to become a pastor, called it something else entirely. This is the night a single family in rural Kentucky met the only thing in America the government never explained. August 21st, 1955, Kelly Station, a patch of farmland 8 miles outside Hopkinsville. The Lankford place sat alone on the road, no phone, no close neighbors. Glennie Lankford, widowed, lived there with her 2 grown sons, their wives, 4 children, and a house guest, Billy Ray Taylor, in from Pennsylvania. Just past 7 that evening, Billy Ray walked out to the well to draw water. He looked up and saw a silver object the size of a small truck drop out of the sky into the back gully. It didn't crash, it didn't burn, it just settled. Billy ran inside. Nobody believed him until the dog started barking. Lucky Sutton, Glennie's son, grabbed a 12 gauge. Billy Ray grabbed a 22. They cracked open the back door. 30 feet from the porch, in the dark, was something 3 feet tall. Silver skin, pointed ears like a bat, eyes that glowed yellow. Its arms were raised over its head, like surrender, or like a child waiting to be picked up. Lucky fired both barrels, point blank. The thing did a backflip, landed on its feet, walked away. They didn't have time to be confused. Another one was at the side window. For the next 4 hours, the farmhouse was surrounded. Creatures at every window, on the roof, one in a tree. When Billy Ray stepped onto the porch, something dropped from the branches onto his head. He felt claws in his scalp. The others pulled it off him. They shot it 3 times, at 3 feet, and it just turned and walked into the woods. Inside, Glennie pulled all 4 children into a back bedroom. She turned off every lamp, and she prayed. And one of them, the smallest, she thought, came to her window, pressed itself against the screen, hands raised, watching her. She would never describe what she saw on its face, not to the police, not to the reporters, not to her own grandchildren. She would only say, "I don't ever want to talk about that again." By 11 o'clock, 50 rounds had gone through the walls of that house. Direct hits, center mass, nothing fell. The men later said it sounded like hitting a metal bucket. At 11, the family broke for the cars. 2 vehicles, 11 people, 8 miles to the Hopkinsville police station. They burst through the door barefoot, half-dressed, kids screaming. Chief Russell Greenwell had 20 years on the force. He had seen drunks, liars, hysterics. He looked at the Lankford family and said one thing. Something scared these people, something beyond reason. Within the hour, the farmhouse was surrounded again, this time by uniforms. Sheriff's deputies, state troopers, military police from Fort Campbell across the line. They found shell casings everywhere, on the porch, in the yard, in the trees. A faint luminescent patch on the grass that faded by morning. A perfect hole through the screen of the back bedroom window. No bodies, no blood, no tracks. Project Blue Book ran the file. Air Force conclusion, hoax. Or possibly, the report added, monkeys escaped from a passing circus. There was no passing circus. Years later, Carl Sagan offered his own theory, great horned owls mistaken for goblins in the dark. A great horned owl is 2 feet tall. A great horned owl shot in the chest with a 12 gauge at 20 feet does not stand up and walk away. But here is the strangest part. The Lankford family did not chase fame. They didn't sell the story, didn't write a book, didn't go on the radio circuit. After the press swarmed the property for a week, Glennie locked the gate. Within a month, the family moved out for good. The farmhouse stood empty. Then it was torn down. The land sat quiet. And decades later, When a journalist tracked down the youngest of the 4 children who had hidden in that back bedroom, he had grown up. He had become a pastor. And he said, on the record, exactly once, "They weren't from another planet. They were demons." My mother knew. We all knew. Today, every August, Hopkinsville throws a festival. They call it Little Green Men Days. There are t-shirts, there are floats, there is a goblin burger. The town turned the worst night of one family's life into a tourist event. But the back bedroom, the one where Glennie Lankford prayed in the dark while something pressed itself against her window, that part isn't on the t-shirts. That part, the family took to the grave.